Hey, it's Jessica Goose here with RealAgriculture.com, and joining me right now is Rick Taillieu with FarmTech, and he is kind of a legend, I would say, around here. I'm going to call him a legend, especially because he has been on the planning committee for all 20 years. This is a pretty big year for FarmTech. How has it been so far these past 3 days?
It's been a lot of fun as it is every year. I don't think I'd call myself a legend, but
I would call you that. It's okay.
Myself and Don Bowles have been on the planning committee. Don's a farmer from Three Hills, Alberta, since FarmTech started back in 2000. So it's been fun to watch the show grow, evolve, and improve over time.
What are some things, I guess, let's maybe take a walk down memory lane here. What are some things that you can kind of chuckle about now that happened maybe in the past that would never fly in 2019?
So when we started in 2000, it was a similar conference in design. In 2002, we kind of rebuilt it to the program it is today. So same number of concurrents and breakouts, but back then, myself and a colleague named Ron Heller, we would drive around the week before FarmTech and we would borrow screens, slide projectors, Proxima projectors, and overheads from all the Alberta ag offices we could find to have enough audio video for everybody. And then the sessions would be starting and the two of us would be running around trying to get to all the rooms, and you'd go in a room and there would be a speaker, 11 menus deep in a Proxima, and you're like, no, all you have to do is shift F8. Now we actually have a very good contract with an AV company that looks after all the rooms.
Yeah, no more
running around. We have the largest video wall used at the Expo Center for this event.
Wow.
It's changed quite a bit that way.
No kidding. Okay, so the past 3 days here, what have you been hearing from producers here? What I have heard nothing but good things. There's a little bit of everything. Yes, sure, it might be very, agronomic centric, but you still have machinery guys here. You still have market guys here. There's food. There's beer. This is amazing. What have you been hearing?
I think it's more important what I've not been hearing, and that's negative things.
Yeah.
There's lots of challenges in agriculture all the time. You could do a whole show on them, but people come to FarmTech and it's a positive experience. People are talking about moving forward in this year, talking about solutions to challenges instead of dwelling on the problems, and people come to visit with other people and have a good time. So it's a very, very positive atmosphere every year, and I think that's a big part of why we have people that come back every year, year in and year out, and spend, we're asking them to spend 3 days with us in Edmonton in January, and they do. Yeah,
and fingers crossed for this year, obviously, because the weather, for the most part, has been beautiful. A little bit of snow here, but nothing like what we're seeing where I'm from in Regina, Saskatchewan, where it was like minus 40 or minus 45, so we lucked out here. I guess, where have you kind of been throughout these past 3 days? Is there a keynote speaker that really stuck out for you, or were you able to kind of squeak into to a session? Where have you kind of been?
I've caught all the keynotes, so I think you guys interviewed Jay Baer the other day, and certainly he set a really good tone about how to deal with people that may not like your messaging, and kind of gives our growers in our industry a chance to, maybe fine-tune their conversations, which was good. Rick Mercer was obviously a lot of fun last night. And I don't get to a lot of concurrent sessions because there's always some small fire to put out.
Yeah.
But I did pop into, I also work for Alberta Canola.
Okay.
So I did pop into John Gillies' session with Dan Orchard yesterday on Clubroot, which isn't a new topic, but hearing a producer talk about, what he had done leading up to getting Clubroot, how he's dealing with it, and giving some advice to other growers that if he could do it over again, I think was really impactful. And this year we did look back over the years and think back, what have we done in the past that maybe we're not doing? And one of those things was bringing more farmers in as speakers, because we bring in experts from around the world, all over Canada, agronomists and researchers, but farmers still like hearing from other farmers. So whether it was John with an agronomist and a Clubroot panel, we have a producer panel on farm safety, a producer panel on straight combining canola. People still want to hear what their neighbors and maybe farmers from across the province are doing differently.
Yeah, no, I can agree to that 100%. Now, looking forward, obviously, 20th year, it is a big one. Next year is 2020.
Yeah.
You're going to make your joke?
Well, next year's 2020. And we'll have a clear vision in 2020 for what the show looks like.
But there we go. What do you expect for next year? How can you really top this year? I feel with myself being the first time here, like I said, I've heard nothing but great things. What do you think you could add? A mechanical bull?
I want to thank you because every year somebody at some point says those very words. How are you going to top this? And that's a challenge, right? So for 20 years, people have loved this show, but we always want to top ourselves. We want to keep making it better. We want FarmTech to be the leading conference in Canada, if not North America. So every year we add little tweaks and little twists to it. We spend, we'll take a break over the weekend, and then we'll literally next week start looking at the evaluations that come in, seeing what the farmers and the companies that are participating, what they have to say. Then we sit down and we go to work and keep the good things, change the things that weren't perfect, and try and keep upping our game.
Well, congratulations on another successful year. And for those that unfortunately maybe didn't or weren't able to make it to this year, hopefully we'll see you in 2020.
Hope to see you there.